It's the gateway between East and West and as diverse as it is ancient. An important trading center for thousands of years, this place took influences from around the world and made it their own. Renowned for its hospitality, one thing's for sure, it doesn't take much to get a free cup of coffee in this place.
That is strong coffee. You'll do the chicken walk out of here.
Syrian cuisine is essentially classic Arab food, served up with a twist of the exotic.
I'm planning to eat my way across this fabled land and do a little cooking as well.
Egyptians, Greeks, Romans, Persians, Ottomans. This land has been occupied by some of the greatest empires the world has ever seen, with each one leaving an indelible mark on the landscape and the food, while taking away a few local secrets as well.
They call it the crossroads of civilization. I call it the crossroads of culinary delights. I'm Bobby Chin and I'm in Syria. I am merengue.
Syria is situated on the southeastern edge of the Mediterranean Sea between Turkey, Jordan, and Iraq. I'm going to be visiting two of the country's most historic cities, Aleppo and the capital, Damascus. My culinary journey starts in the ancient trading city of Aleppo. With more than 5,000 years of history, Aleppo's developed a long tradition of fine dining that has earned it the name the Pearl of the Middle Eastern Kitchen. For centuries, caravans laden with silk, spices, and all kinds of exotic riches from India and the Far East stopped here, their cargo bound for the insatiable Roman Empire. Aleppo souks were famous in the ancient world, and today they're some of the oldest and the largest street markets in the Middle East. Naturally, spices are a prominent feature of the cooking here. But if you're after the authentic flavor of this town, you have to get the mix right.
Being the center of the spice trade, you'd figure they'd have their own spice mixture. And in Aleppo, they got 7 essential spices, which are sweet pepper, black pepper, dry ginger, cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, and cardamom. And they use it for all their meats. Actually, they put it in their rice, their soup, you name it. They put it in everything. So he's basically grinding it up into a fine powder. And here it is.
Spices, very good from.
You can taste the fieriness of the ginger and maybe a little nutmeg. And then it just goes, what the hell is going on? Who figured this out? Do you notice in all the kind of like drug movies, the cops always dip it in, they go, yeah, that's really good stuff? Well, as a chef, I gotta say, that's really good stuff.
But Aleppan cooking isn't just about exotic spices. It incorporates a whole range of local ingredients as well, resulting in some of the richest and the most complex taste sensations in the Middle East. I'm hooking up with local chef Hassan Koja, my guide, who's going to take me through the aromatic labyrinth of Aleppan flavors. Top 2 on his list are pomegranate molasses and red pepper paste.
Assalamu alaikum. Marhaba ya shabab.
What's this?
Red pepper paste.
Red
the
pepper
pepper coming from Aleppo and fabricated like that. Do
yeah,
try.
You can stick your finger in, it's all fine.
Yes, use your finger. Too hot.
It's spicy,
Yeah.
it's salty, it's fermenting a little.
It's too hot.
Really?
Yeah.
The Thai people would be laughing at you.
Dragon. Aleppo dragon.
So all that is roasted peppers that's been peeled, pureed, salted,
Yeah.
and doesn't have much water in there because it's kind of thick, huh?
No water. Must
It dried out.
little dry, yeah.
How much do we need? So this is the pomegranate molasses?
Yeah.
You can't overstate the importance of pomegranate molasses in Syrian cooking. Essentially, a reduction of pomegranate juice, it is used as a flavor enhancer, adding a sweet and sour zing to everything from salads to meat dishes.
And how do I know that's a good one?
You see the color is transparent, little bit transparent.
Yeah.
Must be little bit transparent.
Yeah.
Now, try it.
That's good. Sweet, sour. There's no sugar added, no honey, no molasses.
Just to dry it a little bit and then slowly cook it.
There he goes. Look at him go.
Oh la la. Mon Dieu. This is the juice of paradise fruit, Roman.
I thought it was gonna be like the thing for sex or something, the way you're acting.
Chef Koja is going to show me how to make a couple of classic Middle Eastern appetizers, or meza, the Aleppan way.
It's morning, and I'm going to learn two meza dishes, two classics from Aleppo. One is muhammara and baba ganoush. You're going to do hammara, and I'm going to act like a Neanderthal and just burn eggplants.
But must make a hole.
Yeah, I usually stab it with the knife.
No problem. It's available like that. But you're a friend. I give you like that.
Yeah, thank you.
The Aleppo kitchen, it's a father of all this area. Geographic area. Yeah, the father.
Not the mother?
No, not the mother. The father.
So all you do is you pierce it, so basically assist in the steaming, the cooking.
Right.
And which will impart the flavors of the charcoal.
It's enough, more than enough. It runs to the salad.
Underlying depression.
While I look after the aubergines for the baba ganoush, Chef Koja gets started on the muhammara by using red pepper paste as a base and mixing it with pomegranate molasses. Just 1 or 2 tablespoons should do. Molasses adds both sweet and sour, so it's really down to your personal taste.
I got to stick my finger in here because if I'm going to reproduce it, there you go.
No, just a second.
That's good, huh? Already.
Sugar.
Now for the spices. 1 teaspoon of paprika for mild heat and a teaspoon of cumin.
We add now the olive oil.
That much oil?
The bread observe all the liquid.
Breadcrumbs.
Yes.
And use any type of breadcrumbs. You can use like flat bread.
Or like a cookie like this one.
Yeah.
But it's better to find one not sugary.
Yeah, it's not sugary.
Now we add the bread crumbs.
I got to actually make these for you. Instead of using a plastic bag, you use a plastic bag. And then just wrap it up there like that. And then like a Neanderthal. Wah! You want to try mine?
But for the major, it's coming.
But this is my breadcrumbs. What do you think? I'm just, what? You're making me feel like a prop.
You see?
Okay. Don't worry about me. You just have undertones of depression.
Now for the final touch, chopped walnuts.
So you add the walnuts in, and that's a very Turkish thing. The Turkish were the ones that always messed with nuts.
Actually, every recipe is in the Turkey coming from Aleppo. The Prince Ahmed in Turkey registered in his kitchen in the palace the chef of this place coming from Aleppo.
No, because of the Ottoman Empire, they took all the chefs from all over the empire and then brought them into the palace and made them all. And they weren't all from Aleppo. There were some Persians there too. They were the ones that made the baklava. That came from Persia.
Even to baklava coming
baklava, you're saying baklava came from Aleppo?
Yes, it's coming from Aleppo, yes. The master chef of baklava, he learned the baklava in Aleppo.
Aleppo is responsible for baklava.
Yeah. You know, our kitchen since 13,500 years ago. First kitchen in the world.
The Chinese were around for a very long time.
It's more deep.
We had like 3,000 ways to cook a chicken 3,000 years ago.
Aleppo recipes, he will take it from all the history in the world, the time of Silk Road, because Aleppo it's a major station for this road. We take it so many ideas from the Chinese, but we put it our stamp, like sweet and sour. The idea coming from China. This is the history. To finish, this is the. Okay, you want to taste, Mr. Bob?
Yes.
By your way or by my way?
I'm gonna go your way.
Please.
That is very good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, my friend.
So now baba ganoush.
Baba ganoush.
Okay.
Yalla.
Now the whole point is you gotta burn it, so I'm just gonna go straight onto the fire. Now what does baba ganoush mean exactly? Baba means daddy.
Yeah, and the ganoush, like a girl, like a bubbly dance, they could do it like that.
Show me the little
It's
dance.
ganoush, you know? It's a little ganoush.
Yeah?
Before the aubergine can start ganoushing, they need to be charred by the fire, making them tender and imparting a smoky flavor. So while we wait, we're going to prepare a garnish of pomegranate seeds. There's a technique to this.
And just go like this, whack it.
It's better to this one, more strong. Look.
Sorry. Oh my goodness, that's total brute force. That's the garnish, we're done.
Now, time for the aubergines. First, you have to peel off the charred skin.
I'll just do it Bobby Chin style.
Yeah.
It's like she loves me, She hates my guts.
You love me.
Let me work on material, okay? I work alone over here, okay? See, just like that. Isn't that easy?
My God.
Now, chop the aubergine into bite-sized pieces. Then Hassan adds parsley, red pepper, green pepper, some pomegranate seeds, garlic olive oil puree, lemon juice, and finally, just a spoonful of tahina.
Tahina what? So it's just a little sesame paste. Just in there, and that kind of like makes it binding a little thing? Bindy.
Baba ganoush is traditionally made all over the Middle East, but in Aleppo, it can be served as a dip using quite a lot of tahina, or a salad by leaving the tahina out. I think Hassan here is showing me his own version, which is something in between. Finally, garnish the classic Aleppan way with pomegranate molasses, and Hassan here likes to add crushed walnuts and pomegranate seeds for texture and just to make it look pretty.
So that is the classic Aleppo-style baba ganoush a la you.
Right.
Ya Hassan, ya Hassan.
Right. Little of sauce.
Famished watching
Wow.
you cook all that.
Wow. Please, gentlemen. Show me your face.
Ya Hassan, ya Hassan. That's very, very good baba ganoush.
Bon appetit.
Alf shukran.
أهلا وسهلا.
Hassan, I'm just gonna sit down here.
Yeah, just a second.
Basically, it's like shopping with the mayor here, okay? Everybody's got to say hello, and he's got to say hello to everybody that he knows and doesn't know sometimes.
No, still, he not complete the knowledge for the pomegranate. We have a street testing.
I'm not getting a PhD in pomegranates. I just want to make Muhammad.
Wow.
The countryside west of Aleppo is one of the most fertile in the region. Olive groves and grapes grow here alongside one of the oldest cultivated fruits in history, the pomegranate. No one knows just how long the pomegranate has been here, but references to the fruit stretch back thousands of years. It was the Syrians who introduced the fruit to the ancient Egyptians, and some historians believe that the infamous Garden of Eden's apple referred to in the Bible is actually a pomegranate. Now I'm a little curious to see how they make this delicious pomegranate molasses, so I've offered my services at one of the local plantations where they make it in the time-honored way. I'm enjoying this bashing thing.
What better way to start the day by whacking pomegranates in the rain with these wonderful ladies. Watch out for this one over here. She's in charge of quantity control. She's production manager here. Okay.
Pomegranates come in three main varieties: sweet and semi-sweet, which are used for desserts and eating fresh, and sour, which are considered the best for salads, savory dishes, and making molasses. It takes at least 25 kilos of seeds to make just 1 kilo of syrup, so eating on the job is not appreciated, but it's so hard to resist.
Oh, this is a good one. You're a good one. Don't start with me. Ow! Ouch! I've come all the way here to meet the Gambino family. Sorry.
Once the seeds have been extracted, they need to be pressed for their juice. I'm sure there's an easy way to do this, but it wouldn't be half as fun.
I want to show you some new techniques. This is just so kind of like, it's just a German. You want to go like, more kind of, do you know Mick Jagger? Just like that. Ya habibi, ya habibi, ya habibi, ya habibi. Never mind. Just bonding, getting to know the locals. Hi. Hi.
High in vitamin C and health-giving antioxidants, this superfood is gaining popularity all over the world.
Oh, fresh pomegranate squeeze with my own feet. Very good.
Once all the juice is extracted, it's time to cook it. Typically, a pot of pomegranate juice this size must be simmered for at least 4 hours before it's reduced to a syrup.
4 hours later, and we got ourselves a syrup. We got ourselves a pomegranate reduction, and Very, very tart. Very, very good. And in true Arab hospitality, see?
It's a cold, rainy morning and the perfect weather for something warming and substantial. And I'm in luck because Aleppo is home to one of the most popular breakfast haunts in the entire country. It serves a delicious broad bean stew known as fool.
Yallahi. This is obviously the hot place in town. This is Hajj Abdul El Foual, which is Abdul, and he's a seller of fool.
Pulses are hugely important in the Middle East and were originally relied upon as a cheap alternative to meat. And there are hundreds of dishes using just about every kind of bean imaginable, but fool remains one of the most popular. Abdu here makes it the traditional way, using broad beans, tahina, cumin, garlic, chili, olive oil, and lemon juice.
I got here, there was a queue, now it's a mob.
I just came from Dubai, just to eat food at Abdu.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is the best food in town.
So you come with your pot and the guy
I go home and eat it with some tomato, some good bread.
The lines may be long, but no one here is complaining.
People take it to go. There's no issue with hygiene. I don't know who this guy is. Got my hat back? Okay, good. My goodness. Have a baby. Jesus.
Finally, my turn. And I'm going for full Aleppan style, which substitutes the lemon juice for, you guessed it, pomegranate. And at Abdu's, it's BYOP.
Look at them go. Get the cafe. Alfa shukran. Shukran. I can totally understand why you can use pomegranate juice versus the lemon, because it's less acidic, kind of like heightens all those flavors without the acidity. I'll just take a little taster's test. That is excellent. Abdu, enta ma'allim. And that's as good as you'll ever get it anywhere.
Blame it on the trade routes with China, but Aleppan cuisine is crazy about sweet and sour flavors, and the use of fruit is key. But pomegranate is not the only fruit here. One of the region's most famous creations is a sweet and sour meat dish made with local cherries. I'm going to learn how to cook it with one of the best restaurateurs in town.
Now we're going to learn a fantastic dish by the fantastic Dalal Tuma, who's going to teach us how to make lahma bil karaz, which is, in some people's language, kufta with sour cherries, which is a classic Aleppo dish.
Yes.
So how do we get started?
We have the
Sour cherries.
sour cherries.
All right.
Traditionally, the cherries used for this dish is a special type of sour cherry called washna. It only grows in this region, so if you can't find any, try using another variety of sour cherry, like Morello.
And these sour cherries are frozen, right? Because they're not in season right now.
It's frozen.
But you can
because
use dry cherries too and reconstitute them in water. And
we
everything.
can put it on in the water.
So you cook these for about, what, 20 minutes?
No, 30 minutes.
30 minutes,
Yeah.
okay.
While the cherries simmer, it's time to prepare the meat. Take ground lamb and add the classic Aleppan 7-spice mixture, fresh ground paprika, and salt.
Now, I hear you're the queen of this dish. That's what people have been telling me.
Thank
Is that
you.
true? Who taught you?
From my mother.
Oh, your mother taught you.
My mom cooked very, very well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Once the spices are evenly mixed into the meat, shape into balls, and skewer.
Sorry. So what makes it so different is just the spice, right? Because, I mean, you could get, like, lamb kebabs anywhere in the world, but not with 7 spices.
It's different, the spices.
Is it 7 spices because 7's a very lucky number in the Middle
It's,
East? Sabah,
yeah,
It's a very lucky number, right?
Yeah. It's complete of the world.
God completed the world in 7
yeah,
days.
Yeah, it's in 7 days.
Before cooking the meat, we're going to check on the sauce. This dish is all about the balance between sweet and sour flavors, so Dalal adds salt, sugar, and lemon juice to taste. Sour cherries are essential to the dish because you don't want the sauce to be too sweet.
kind of sour, no?
No,
No.
it's good.
Okay, it's fine. It's perfect.
Like
Okay.
Now we're ready to barbecue. Dalal likes to place the meat on the charcoal to give it that extra smoky flavor.
You want to use an extra fat on the lamb so that the fat melts
Yeah.
and then hits the smoke and then creates
It's-
flavor.
Yeah.
Grilled meats are common all over the Middle East, but it's the spice and the cherry sauce that makes this dish unique to this region.
It's ready.
Once the meat is slightly cooked, finish it in the sauce for about 15 minutes, allowing all the flavors to blend. While the meat is cooking, layer a plate with thin slices of flatbread, a bit like you're making a pie crust. Then pour the mixture on top of the bread, garnish with freshly chopped parsley, pine nuts, and cinnamon, and there you have it.
It's ready for eating.
That is beautiful. It's very hot, huh?
Yeah.
That is very good. It's got the very subtle. You see, I thought the 7 spices would be really strong, but it's not.
No.
The sweet and sour sauce, very Chinese.
You
Oh
like
my
it?
God, you're a genius.
Thank you.
Oh, how'd you help?
Thank you.
No trip to Aleppo would be complete without a visit to the city's most famous landmark, the Citadel. Built between the 11th and 13th century, in part to protect the city from Crusaders' invasions, the Citadel is a magnificent example of Islamic military architecture, and within its walls are the remains of settlements stretching back for millennia. The Citadel also offers some of the best views of old Aleppo.
Standing up here at the Citadel, looking below at this wonderful city, you can't help but think of the more than 5,000 years of history that has shaped the city, as well as the tides of influences that has actually shaped the cuisine to what it is today. And thinking of food, I'm gonna get something to eat. There's a little cafe down there. Check it out.
Just opposite the Citadel are reminders of a more recent past. During the early part of the 20th century, Syria was under French mandate. Besides nostalgia, these outdoor cafes also offer up some authentic pastries. Gina, a local gourmet raised in the French school system, helps me understand what happens when two great culinary traditions collide.
French treats.
Nice cakes.
So what do we have here?
We have a nice baba au rhum, we have a millefeuille, we have an éclair au chocolat, and we have an opéra with ganache au chocolat.
Outside of dessert, what influences have the French left behind?
It's very common to fix all kinds of French sauces like bechamel, like sauce blanche, le gratin, soufflé, quiche.
Souffle in Syria?
Yes,
Get outta here.
absolutely.
Wow. How about fusion dishes like French Aleppan dishes?
We have croissant with cheese and paprika. We have croissant with cheese and mint. This is something quite specific to the Levant. You don't find it in France. This has been the role of Syria throughout history. Being on a crossroad, we get the influence, we work on it, and we come out with something new.
So should we try one of these?
I think I will have
The eclair.
half of this eclair.
Do you have to use your fingers, or are the French picky about that too?
Well, I don't like too much using my fingers.
You're a
And-
class act. Well, I'm from the States, and I have to eat like a pizza with my hands, a burger with my hands. When I see Europeans eating with forks and knives a burger,
Whatever makes you comfortable.
that's pretty good, huh? You gotta get the pinky out though when you do that.
The pinky, what do
The
you mean?
pinky. The queen does it too. The queen.
Well, it's not. We are not dancing ballet. Come on, pinky. No, we're just having a little piece of eclair.
And then you act Irish. Oh, I'm so happy to be with her. Four-leaf clover, potato toast. There you go.
It's time to say au revoir to Aleppo and make tracks to Syria's most famous city, Damascus.
Hello, sir. Can I get a first-class ticket to Damascus? Thank you. How are you? Good day, sir. Do you want to buy some credit risk bonds? No? Okay, come on. Can I get a cappuccino and a breakfast, croissant and stuff?
Of course.
Everything's here?
Of course.
Yeah? Eggs Benedict? Squeaky wheels get the oil.
The ride takes me 300 kilometers south of Aleppo, right to the opposite end of the country. Modern, bustling, and cosmopolitan, Damascus is Syria's largest city and its capital. Damascus has a long history stretching back thousands of years, and some claim it is the oldest inhabited city in the world. Over the centuries, many different people and cultures have settled here, developing a style of cuisine that caters to varied tastes.
They have everything from KFC to Starbucks, but that's local for the tourists. The local fast food is pataya, and you can't beat that. Habibi, واحد زعتر والنبي. It's kind of like a mini pizza.
Fataya might look like a pizza, but the taste is distinctly Middle Eastern. Instead of tomato sauce, the locals prefer red pepper paste. The cheese fataya are seasoned with parsley and coriander. There are meat versions too, but you can't beat my favorite, seasoned with an herbal mix called za'atar.
This is it. It's like a folded pizza, no cheese, with za'atar, the thyme and sumac mixed together. It's done.
Despite its cosmopolitan atmosphere, Damascus has surprisingly few supermarkets. Instead, many of the street markets here have developed their own way of attracting shoppers on the go. Maria manages one of the best restaurants in Damascus, and she's taking me shopping the modern way, here at one of the city's lazy bone markets.
So wait, so they do the prep work for you?
Yeah, they do the prep work.
Isn't that kind of like cheating?
Yeah, but I mean, it saves time. A lot of housewives are working, so you have less time. As you can see, that's chopped spinach.
They've cooked the beets.
And they've hollowed the courgette, hollowed the aubergines, peeled carrots.
Peeled carrots. It's getting a little carried away, some of the stuff.
Yeah.
You can't peel a carrot, that takes so much time.
It's making life easier at the kitchen.
They do laundry too?
No, they don't do laundry.
Do laundry?
The whole life in Damascus is changing. We have supermarkets opening up, malls, you know, it's all changing, you know, becoming more Western.
You know what happens next? Microwave, TV dinners, and then you'll be paying $8 for like a cup of fufu cappuccino from someplace that has a couch in it and Wi-Fi.
Yeah, well, we're already getting there, by the way. 4 pieces.
You might think this is cheating, but Maria assures me she can make a classic Middle Eastern dish of stuffed courgettes that even her grandmother would approve using these ready-to-cook ingredients.
And now the lovely Maria is going to teach me how to make mahshi. Mahshi.
To get started, Maria prepares stuffing using minced lamb and mixing it with about a cup of uncooked rice. She then adds about a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of mint, a pinch of saffron for color rather than flavoring, so use the cheap stuff. And then some sweet pepper powder.
See, everyone's been saying this red pepper, red pepper, red pepper, and then to like, you know, viewers in like Asia, they'll say chili.
Chili,
like, no, paprika, sweet paprika.
Sweet paprika.
Glad we got that cleared up. Now add some vegetable oil to bind it all together.
Can I do something? Because you make me feel like a peeled vegetable myself right now. Feeling very naked and bare and whole.
We need some crushed garlic.
I can crush garlic.
Okay.
Actually, you know a little trick I learned? Is you take a little salt, and you go like that, it makes it abrasive, and you go, crush garlic.
Add the garlic and mix it all together.